Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with one of my all-time favorite Vaughan Williams recordings. And I'm going to just get right to it. Oh, it's marvelous. It's unbelievably great. It's this one on Naxos. It's the piano concerto with Ashley Wasp playing the piano. He's really, really good. And the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra under James Judd, who's also very, very good. He's such a good conductor. And he does all this contemporary and unusual repertoire, and he does it superbly well, and he never gets, it seems, enough credit for it. He really deserves it. And you also get on here, besides the piano concerto, the Wasps, the complete suite, and the English folk song suite, of course. I played that a million times in band, because originally it was a band thing. And the running set, that little march thing, it's adorable. But let's talk about the big works first, shall we? The Wasps. Everyone knows the overture. What a great overture it is, isn't it? It's wonderful. It's in the same school as the London Symphony, the Second Symphony, which everybody loves. It's that wonderful English folksy, but romantic, and the second subject. Oh my God. Here, I can whistle it. Anyway, I'm better at that than I am at singing, I think, actually. So I just had to see if it would work. And I think it worked pretty well. I mean, the Wasps is great, but most people don't know the whole suite. And the whole suite's just as good as the overture. It has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movements, including a gorgeous entr'acte that goes sort of dun, da, da, da. I can't do it. It's all harmony. And the march past of the kitchen utensils, that's fun to do. It's like... Bang! Fabulous. And the finale is a big, long piece. It's a ballet and final tableau. It's 7 minutes long. It's almost as long, well, not as long as the overture, but it's a long piece, and it has themes from the overture in it. I mean, so you hear where they come from. Da 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 bum ba. That business. Oh, it's great. It's just great. It's really, really great. It should be performed complete all the time, because the music is just fabulous. Then we get to the piano concerto. Now, the piano concerto had a troubled history. And the reason it had a troubled history is because it's a very heavy-handed keyboard part, actually. I think it's gorgeous, but, so Vaughan Williams arranged it for 2 pianos. And the 2-piano version is the one we know, right? Because Adrian Bolt recorded it with Vronsky and Babin. And so it's very thick textured. It's even thicker textured. The piano and the pianos of the orchestra, go at it. And I really think the piece works better as a single piano concerto. I really, really do. You have a good pianist, and Ashley Wasp is a very good pianist. It works fabulously. It's interesting, this piano concerto begins with a toccata, just like Benjamin Britten's piano concerto begins with a toccata, although they're quite different. This one is da 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 dum boom, da 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 dum boom, da 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 boom, and then it does this whole crescendo thing, and the piano comes in da 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 ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum, whereas the Britten is. I know. I just feel like singing. I'm just full of music today. I'm sorry, folks. I don't mean to make you crazy with it, but it's such wonderful music. It's such enlivening music. And the concerto goes on, has a beautiful slow movement, and then you have the fuga chromatica and finale. the chromatic fugue, which is one of those, it's so Vaughan Williamsy. It's ya da 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 da. This thing. It sounds a lot like the sort of fugal finale of the Fourth Symphony. The coda, the fugato coda. And it's in that vein. So it's a harsher piece than we're used to with Vaughan Williams too. More dissonant, I think a little bit more challenging. I think it's a masterpiece. I really do. I've never seen it live. I never expect to. I don't understand why people don't play it. I mean, it works wonderfully well. It's brilliant. It should raise the roof in a concert, but for some reason nobody gives it time of day. And that's why I just think this is such a wonderful recording. Principally, frankly, for the piano concerto. You can get there are a few versions now of the piano concerto in its original version. There's one on Chandos, there's one on Lyrita. Okay. And this is as good as any and better than most. I think it's really as fine as anything out there. And the rest of it is just wonderful. To get the complete Wasps suite. The English folk song suite is, the bonbon that sort of encourages you to buy the disc, but you should have it anyway. It's just phenomenal. It's a joy. I love this. I have it on my iPod. I play it all the time. It's great in the car. I mean, it's just terrific. Terrific music, wonderfully played, very well recorded, and I adore it, which is why it's one of Dave's faves. So keep on listening, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.